Hi, it's Micah, finishing up my favorite swords. We're starting with the 9 with that anxiety. Look at this cool fish thing. Yeah. It's traditional, but I like the cat. It's like trying to comfort. And they changed the scene down here and just put a sun. And the bats look less scary than the swords, you know? It's kind of like a child type of deck. So I think it's a little odd that the bed frame's drawn in, like she's not in bed, but the pillow is real. But overall, I like the card still. Yeah. I didn't read the symbolism of why this, bird's white and the other ones are black. I don't know. There's like some tornado vortex going on. She doesn't look too worried. Just saying. I really like this from the Hush, though. It's like all that weight, and she's holding on to one of the rocks, like she's not willing to let go of her own suffering. And this is another different take that I like because, yes, they're there, but it's trying to shine that rainbow of hope. And it's up to you to like step into the light. I like this a lot. So she got stabbed and she's rolling over to face it, you know? Like you have to acknowledge something to be able to move on and like process it. We got cruelty here. Looks like the mask is slipping off and there's all these cracks. I haven't figured out like what Thoth book I want. Maybe I need to go to a bookstore and like flip through and read a few pages. I love the astrological bedding and, you know, crying over spilt wine. I mean, it's a pretty rug. I'd be upset too. But yeah, a little dramatic. Speaking of dramatic. So, yeah. Look at this little demon like gnawing on the shoulder. But there's a whole story in the book about this mummified cat when he was in like grade school or something. I think a teacher or a classmate brought in their mummified cat. I don't know, and that's where the reference came from. It's so messed up. But yeah, so this is like the giant worry monster, you know? We need to turn the swords instead of on ourselves onto what needs to be tackled. This is a realistic interpretation of the Nine of Swords to me. And look at the detail on these feathers. It's so pretty. Can somebody else please get this deck? It's the Second Nature Tarot. It's gorgeous. I have a walkthrough. Why don't people have this? But anyway, so yeah, that like posture, feeling stuck, it definitely makes sense. So this reminds me of like when you have the jewelry box and you open up and the ballerina dances and this one's like, "Oh no, my box is broken. I'll never dance again." Something along those lines. Covered in spiders. There's like a voodoo doll, a creepy baby doll, like this old hag in the woods going into, I don't know. Oh, that's a cloak. I thought it was a tent. Always so many things going on. All the things. My cat says hi. Hi, Loki. I hear you. Okay. So this is like that up at night thinking dwelling. We got scaredy cat. This is pretty. I mean, The whole Moonchild deck is pretty, right? This is cool and creepy and dreamlike, and the bedposts are made up of like chess pieces. It's just different. Yeah. I like different. All right. Did I grab the right card? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, okay. I thought I did. So yeah, like the fetal position, these like chaos Picasso-y drawings. And I appreciate all the different old knives. And that can be, interpreted as dwelling on many different things instead of just like a singular thought, right? Yeah, I just realized I put this in with the nines, but it is a 10. All right. There we go with this defeat. Look at the tiger rug. It's like the death of Lisa Frank. I don't remember what the painting's called, but the dead person like floating down the river. I think that's referencing that. Really pretty, like the movement. I'm glad that it's I don't know, less stabbing. Speaking of stabbing, this is the most graceful attack I think I've ever seen. And I like that you get the feeling that they're gonna, survive it. Just like this, She just has to untangle herself. And it seems like either she's clutching a flower or there's like illumination on her heart. She just got to heal a little bit before she gets up. I don't know what's going on in this card yet. Man, I really got to try to read. I have to try to make myself. Stab. It's interesting that there's some over here, like either that it could have been worse or that somebody else, you know, also is not having a good day. We got the ruin. Very intense, right? Fracturing who you think you are as a person, your reality. Another gorgeous, like, oh, nudity. She got nice boobs. Straight up. Okay. Super death going on. But then, there's the rebirth element. It's pretty cool, though. All right. Here's another more realistic one. She's not actually being stabbed. I mean, hopefully you never get stabbed 10 times. Or ever. But, yeah. It's like choosing whether or not you want to be defeated. Oh, here's that another reference to. I did go to art school. Apparently, I just did not pay attention. This is gorgeous. It was a little traumatic when I first seen this card. So it's like they removed her wings and nailed them and her to a tree, but she's still gonna get back up. She just needs to heal, Another graceful stabbing. I love the colors. The photo's pretty. I get more of an impact from other decks, but whatever, it's still in this one. Like this. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck. It's gorgeous. This is my palette. Yeah. Got that eruption again in the background. Page of Swords. Got a pink stag there. I like that they're holding the sword like a flute or something, a creative instrument. So we got like, it looks like a camera and wow, binoculars. So they're gonna go on an adventure and learn some things. Get that knowledge on. This is just pretty. I love that she's holding like the baby swan. It's pretty. She doesn't look too sure of herself. I mean, she looks a little confident, but the body posture, she doesn't have that grace and ease of fully knowing, right? Got a harpy going on. Like the colors. You can tell they're thinking. Got the glasses on. Dead giveaway, right? So, I kind of wish this was the knight because it's so badass. It's the princess in this deck, but she got the Medusa hair going on. Don't mess with this woman. Look at her. She's gonna go hurt someone. Alright. All this cool stuff. There's a lot. It's beautiful. I like that there's reference back to like the air element. Motivate a little dude. Looking through like a magnifying glass. Oh, there's a lot. Like modern cityscape. They're holding the sword. It's kind of hard to see against the background. So much. So much to look at. And, you know, she's holding her bird friend. Maybe serenading it. Look at this cat's face. I'm glad they changed it from the original. I think originally like the sword was like balancing on the mouth or something and it seemed a little bit awkward. I don't have the first printing. Pointing to the mind. This is just gorgeous. Look at those wings. Stunning. I like that they're like putting their finger up to their mouth, like either like shh or I'm thinking. Give me a second. Makes sense. Alright, Knight of Swords. Charging ahead with those thoughts, ideas, getting stuff done. Got a horsey. Alright. That's a strange looking bird, but whatever. It's obviously Fantasyland, so. So, I wish this was the Knight of Wands with the black cat. And, I don't know. I have a walkthrough on this deck. I talk more on it there, but it's still really pretty. She's just, like, not moving very quickly. Alright. So, this person's, like, on the hunt, right? But they don't have pants on. So maybe they're not actually prepared and they're leading with their ego. Like the movement. Look at this silly horse. Oh, I love the outfit. I didn't realize the hair kind of looks like fire on the horsey. Gorgeous. And there's a throwback with this flag streamer back to the ace. Okay, so this is the prince. And I feel like this should have been the princess. Because it looks like they're just kind of holding the sword and pondering. And the other one looks like it has more movement. But it's still really cool and it makes me think. And reminds me of a movie. Okay. Look at this gorgeous card. So cool. Alright. They're fighting this, like, ice dragon. Got some battle scars, like they've been through this before. I really like the write-up in the book on this. So this is one where it really talks about the ego. So this guy just wants to like charge out and conquest, but like, does he really need to? Like, is it for the right reasons? Cool three-headed raven. So I like this card, but the more I look at it, I'm like, is he whipping the hummingbird? Because that's kind of messed up. Like, don't hurt the bird, you know? Here's the Jon Snow card. Whatever. It's pretty. Like, you can't say it's not pretty. Compared to, like, we got dynamite, we got scratches, maybe bullet holes. Going through some stuff, and there's, I don't know, Jesus back there. Being illuminated. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Alright, so she's upgraded from the little crow to this, like, falcon. And she has horns. And this guy's just, he's galloping like crazy. And I like the playing card reference for the spade. Alright, Queen of Swords. She might be a little rude, but she'll tell you the truth. I love this card. We got pink panthers. We got this beautiful goddess with a kitty mask. Like, hello? I kinda wish this was the Queen of Wands, but I can't. I can't not look at that card. Okay. We got the kitty peeking. We got a death moth. This is for the bat suit. Get in the bat. Yeah. Alright. The trucks are on the move today. I'm sorry. Okay. Curved swords, interesting. This is a little stagnant, but I mean, so is the RWS, right? Okay. So this is cool. I like that there's like crows for the like the air element, the birds. There's a lot of birds in this deck, but the whole taking off your mask and speaking your truth, I think, is great. She looks a little grumpy, but you know, it works for the card. Really cool. Playing card references again. I think it's the facial expression. It reminds me a little bit of Alanis Morissette, which throws me off. And she's a little thin. I don't know. I'll leave it at that. Okay. Queen of Voices, pretty. Air symbol. This is definitely like the girl with the dragon tattoo card. She got his head, you know? He probably deserved it. Beautiful card. I don't even like babies, and I like this card. Alright. Kind of stern. Uh-oh, did I stab someone? Yeah. Yeah, I did. Gorgeous. So, she's capable, you got the Black Widow there, she's capable of, you know, hurting someone, but she's also capable of remorse and being aware of her actions. This is probably the happiest, nicest, most approachable Queen of Swords I've ever seen. And the colors are gorgeous. And she got a bird nested in her hair. How cute. Alright. She kind of looks like a bitch. And that works. Sorry, I keep sniffling. There's nothing I can do. I'm trying hard not to. Okay. So, books, like Thought. It's cool. Now we're on to a bee instead of birds. Well, it's like a hornet. She can sting. Pretty cat, a little bird. She's all chainmailed up, ready for battle or debate. This one's a little creepy. She looks a little, offer rocker, right? Is it just me? She looks a little cray-cray. And I love the age diversity and this beautiful owl. It's gorgeous. Give me that crone energy. Like, this is the only card out of, well, maybe, oops. This one kind of does too, but these are the only two that show, like, any sort of age, right? Am I crazy? Alright, don't want to forget her. I have a separate pile for this deck, because this is my working deck right now. Okay. On to our king. Give us some fair truth, okay? We got these cool griffin thingies. We got a matching masked god to go with our queen. He looks nice. He has the same moth again. And look at the bats and the kitty. It's great. Alright. Owl perched on the sword. Once again, I don't know. Me. The kings and queens in this one aren't, like, fabulous, but if you look at the art, it's still really pretty. I do like this one. I love this dress. Alright. This one's a little bit more boring. I love the colors and this, like, illumination going on. He looks like an uncle, right? Like, that's an uncle. Alright. Like the air and the flow. They're too young, though. This guy with his silly hat. You got his beast holding the world, right? I like this one. I really do. I like that, like, the Odin vibe. His one eye's blacked out. He got his black and his white birds. Yeah. This might be my favorite. This guy looks kind. Definitely looks like an intellectual or a writer, like a poet. This is like that, you know, fantasy novel, but whatever, it's cool. Like a skull. He got a baboon. This looks like apocalyptic world, you know? After everything goes crazy and, like, this guy is the new ruler of the pack. I like this. So I struggle a little bit with the Forhaxa. I thought having a female... This was my first all-female deck, and I was like, yes! But then when I got into the court cards, not having that masculine energy threw me off, like, a little bit. Because I could easily see that as a queen, especially with the posture of holding out the sword, but it is what it is. Alright. He got his matching chainmail, but it's really, like, just overlaid over his hair. I mean, it's in his ear hole. Whatever. He looks like that one Game of Thrones guy. The, like, gay lover one, I think. I don't know. Anyway, back to that age diversity, which I appreciate, because, like, we need the old wise man and woman, right? But, oh, one more. I almost did it again. Okay. We got our owl. I love the colors. We got a bat. Got a crow. He looks older, too, which is great, you know? I don't want my king to be, like, younger than me, because that's stupid. So, next and last, we have the, Pentacles. And yeah, that'll wrap up this little series. I have all the other ones linked in the description, so check that out. And I'll see you soon.